I was talking to someone and she was like, oh, you're the Olivia Pope of End of Life. I was like, I don't know if that's the same thing. But today I put on my white jacket and was like, you know what? Maybe a little bit. I might step into this. 5 things your family has to know before it's too late. One of the first experiences I supported a family through was having buried 2 parents within probably 6 months of each other, leaving all of their children with, unfortunately, no support, like running to try to find childcare, running to go to family members for support for the immediate needs of the children. And I want to do things now so that that doesn't happen anymore. So if you don't know me, my name is Minnelle. I am an end-of-life educator. I've been a funeral director for over 20 years. I'm an executor advisor and a death doula. Basically, I live and breathe this industry. So first thing, let's talk quickly about a document many families forget or get confused with. A power of attorney is a document that you need to have now. The power of attorney is one for care and one for property, meaning who's going to take care of me if I can't make health decisions for myself. And property means who's going to look after my finances, my home, the things that I have physical if I'm not able to do so myself. A lot of families get it confused with a will and they say, I've got my executor, so I have it set up, but they're not the same. So make sure you get both a will with an executor and a power of attorney document set up so that someone can speak for you now. This one is very important in case we have a fall, a stroke, anything. You need someone to be able to act on your behalf, and that's what that document gives you. Number 2, where is your will? So many of us, listen, I am guilty of it too, have our wills and our documents and we have them put in safe places. Great. Do your executors know where that safe place is? Yes, many of us also have a copy with our lawyer. Do our executors, if you have more than one, know who your lawyer is so they know who to contact to get it? When someone needs a will, it is urgent. They are distraught most likely and living and functioning with diminished capacity. You want things to be as simple for them as possible. So make sure that your will is accessible and clearly stated where it is, who has it, how do they get it, and what do they need to access it. Number 3, making sure your beneficiaries are correct. Okay, you went through the process, you got your insurance, you've been paying your monthly fees, your family is going to be looked after. However, did you get divorced? Are you now, do you now have kids? Life changed in a way? Did you have a sibling as your beneficiary because you set it up many years ago, which is great, but you never changed your beneficiary information? If it is an ex, if it is somebody, you have to make sure that the beneficiary is named. Also, don't leave it blank. You want it to bypass probate and then, they get their money immediately without any delay. And you do that by naming a beneficiary. So on anything, be it an RRSP or whatever you might have that allows you to have a beneficiary, put somebody's name and make sure you've checked it to make sure it's who you want. Number 4, your final arrangement wishes. Have you taken the time to plan your funeral, plan your cemetery? A lot of people start with the cemetery, their plot, which makes sense. It's property. You want to make sure you get that. But don't forget about the other side, planning for your funeral as well. This is a time where a lot of people will have opinions they're going to want to support. And maybe in their attempts to support, they might overstep and step on some toes. We are very emotional when somebody passes. So if you can, talk to your local funeral home or write it down. I've got the checklist, download the checklist, write it down what you want for your funeral so that your family knows what your wishes are. That's going to make it a lot easier for them to just say this is what they wanted and nobody will argue with that, as opposed to trying to have everybody do what they think is best to be done at that time. So make sure you've got your arrangements planned. Even better, pay for them or have insurance to make sure that there's money to cover those costs. Number 5 is having your story told. Here's the thing. You guys know I love talking about end of life planning and all of that. But what all this comes down to is our story. When somebody dies, the first thing we gravitate to, the first thing we want to know, Who were they? Do you remember my story? Do you remember my connection to them? You see this with us with celebrities. When a celebrity that we feel connected to passes, the first thing we think of is, when did I first hear that song? Oh, I went to see them in concert. You look for connection to bring you closer to the person who has passed, and that's a normal thing that we all do. So, what can I do to make sure my family has a part of my story? Maybe you're going to get the legacy story where you'll have it written down. Or maybe you're going to journal some of your favorite things. Maybe you'll do this. You'll do a little video for them of some of your favorite stories and the things that make you you. This is a beautiful thing to do with the grandchildren. So hi, sandwich generation. If you want an activity for grandparents to do with the grandkids, going through the timeline of their life and some of their high points and some of their low points and the lessons they've learned is a great way to document their story and have it available for generations to come. So please do something today to share and to commemorate your story. And just a quick note, hold on. Just a quick note. Do me a favor, celebrate your story now. So many of us feel like we haven't accomplished everything we want to accomplish yet, so we can't celebrate our story just yet. We have to keep doing more before we can. But I would encourage you, almost challenge you, to think of things that you can celebrate right now. We don't know how long we're going to live. We don't know what's going to go on in our life. And up to this point, we have survived and we're here. Is there something that you can celebrate? Is there something that you can acknowledge? Is there something that you can share a lesson about? Take a moment and write your story. Okay, so I've talked about a few things here. If you need support, I've got 2 ways to help you. I have my course. You know, you can go online, download it. It's a quick course that walks you through estate planning, and it has a checklist attached, so you can just use it to fill out some of these documents. Where are they located? What do you want? Things like that are all available through the course. So that's option 1. Option 2, we're talking about story. You heard me say it in the video earlier. If you want to tell your story using the power of AI, then get the legacy story. If not, don't worry about it, but make sure you write it down and capture it in some way. These are important things we need to do. As part of living well, we need to plan now. That's it. Okay, so my name is Minnelle. Every week I'm sharing tips on how to live well and end well. So subscribe and follow me on this journey. Appreciate you. That's it.